Hi, fourth graders. I am going to be reading our passage, the Louisiana Purchase, out loud. So if you have trouble reading it, just follow along with me. Let's get started. The Louisiana Purchase was the largest land purchase in the history of the United States. In fact, it effectively doubled the size of the country at the time. In the early 1800s, Americans were beginning to move further westward. Pioneers like Daniel Boone had blazed trails through the Appalachian Mountains, and families were able to begin exploring and establishing new territories that had been previously unknown. The original 13 colonies expanded, and much of the Northwest Territory was now inhabited by Americans. This exploration and expansion of the United States made people want more. They wanted to have larger pieces of land, more crops, and more livestock. This all required further expansion, and the United States wanted that. Americans had a wish and desire for manifest destiny. They wanted to inhabit America from sea to shining sea. At the time, the border to the Louisiana Territory was the end of the United States and the start of the French lands. The Louisiana Territory spread from the southern tip of Louisiana all the way up to present-day Montana. One of the most desirable parts of the Louisiana Territory was New Orleans. It was the perfect city for shipping as it was located at the southern end of the Mississippi River and on the Gulf of Mexico. Thomas Jefferson wanted to acquire the French-populated city of New Orleans and the land surrounding it so that he could protect and expand American shipping. He sent Robert Livingston to France to try to buy this land from Napoleon, who was the Emperor of France, but he did not accept America's offer. Thomas Jefferson wasn't willing to give up, so he sent James Monroe to negotiate with Napoleon so that he would reconsider Jefferson's offer of buying New Orleans. By this time, Napoleon was in need of money, so he counter-offered and gave America the opportunity to purchase all of the Louisiana Territory. Monroe gladly accepted the offer, and the United States gained an enormous piece of land for $15 million. This piece of land included more than 10 current U.S. states, including Arkansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, and Iowa, most of Colorado, South Dakota, Montana, and Wyoming, as well as significant parts of North Dakota, Minnesota, and Louisiana, and part of Texas. This large territory had not been explored and was so large that the landscape was likely diverse. So Jefferson hired Meriwether Lewis and William Clark to head an expedition to explore this new land. Lewis was Jefferson's assistant at the time, and he thought that he and Clark would be the right men for the job.